So this is kind of a continuation video from the draft video that I did a couple of days ago. I'll put a link somewhere on the screen for you to watch that video and then come back to this one, where I've essentially just drafted the entire WWE roster for the main roster and put them into brands. Pretty straightforward, it's a draft. But when it comes to this video, when I talk about improving PLEs, I don't mean editing the quality of wrestling, because WWE have hit a really good quality of wrestling right now, where I've actually been enjoying most of the stuff they've been doing this year. Elimination Chamber was a bit of a down point, but weekly TV have been really good. Royal Rumble's good as well. So, I think we've been on a really good showing for this year, and I want to continue that going by suggesting this big idea that I've got. The thumbnail probably gives away, but we're going to get to it anyway near the end of the video. But I've also incorporated some other ideas as well to kind of support the big idea, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But what I want to do is to make B-level pay-per-views feel more important and more consistently important, rather than just it being the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania and SummerSlam, because even Money in the Bank and Survivor Series have kind of fallen off over the last couple of years. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video, kind of how we can make pay-per-views feel more important and how we can improve them so then, every single one is a must-watch. Firstly, the business side. We all know that WWE and TKO will question that immediately. Not that they're going to see this video, but you know what I mean. So it's the whole we'll be right back stuff, the annoying music, the dun 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 dun. Get rid of that on pay-per-view. Weekly TV on NXT and SmackDown, I can fully understand. Pay-per-views, just get rid of it. We don't need to be getting pay-per-views and getting distracted. And it feels like fans stalling momentum while watching these pay-per-views because they're getting distracted by these adverts. It fatigues the interest, if you will. One singular advert for Xfinity or cricket or 2K26, like that I can get on the show. I don't mind that at all. But when we're getting like a full 3 to 4 minute advert break about, when it's annoying music for people internationally and adverts about bread for the people in the US, it's hurting the pay-per-views more than WWE, I think, realise, because people essentially between those times when adverts start and we get to the next match, they could go and cook a meal. They could go for a nice walk, go to the shop and come back, get a nice takeaway. It's that kind of thing where it's like, if you don't keep us interested, we're going to lose interest, and this is why people don't feel like the PLEs are as good as they actually are, if that makes sense. Secondly, more opportunities for superstars and wrestlers, of course. It's for them to make a big impact and have those star-making performances on PLEs. We get that kind of more variety of wrestling as well. It's not just feeling like the same people and the same stuff over and over again. We have our usuals in, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Rhea Ripley, Seth Rollins, Liv Morgan, Jade Cargill. But then if we have more matches for pay-per-views, or I don't know where I'm putting it, but if we have more matches on pay-per-view spread out, then we can have, the mid-card titles can be more and more be more important, and we get those upper to mid card people have good wrestling matches, which then brings them up to the main event scene, if that makes sense. It's just a case of making sure that we can provide for the next generation of not only fans but superstars as well by having more matches on pay-per-view. And third, and probably the most obvious out of the lot, is making championships feel more important again. The tag team championships, but on both sides, feel very much like non-existent almost. Like they're used on WWE TV, and I know that we saw the World Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. We saw the WWE Tag Team Championships on the Royal Rumble and SummerSlam, but again, these are big four pay-per-views. They should be on those pay-per-views, whereas they're not getting onto B-level pay-per-views because it's all been clogged up with the same people over and over again, which again, I don't mind. It means the wrestling is good, but I want to enjoy tag team wrestling again, and it's just something that we're just not getting. And again, the most obvious of the obvious choices is the Women's United States Championship. The fact that it hasn't made pay-per-view since debuting, been just over about a year and a half ago now when Chelsea Green won it at Saturday Night's Main Event. But it's just getting that made into not only just a division, but make it feel important by having good matches around it and having it on pay-per-view. So my big idea, which we're getting to, is to carry on from the draft video. Is the reason why I did the draft video, is to complement this video, and it is to bring back the brand specific pay-per-views. And yeah, I think for me, if you look at 2003-ish to 2007-ish and then look at 2016, 2017, yes, there is going to be pay-per-views every 2 weeks, which for some people might not be great as far as like being able to watch them all the time, but then you're getting more matches on pay-per-view without having to make pay-per-views longer. WWE clearly have an idea for what they want to do as far as pay-per-view length, which is why there's only 4 to 5 matches on each show. But then if there's 4 to 5 matches per brand on each show, and we're getting one every 2 weeks, then we are getting more matches on pay-per-view. And yeah, we get more chances to show off the mid-card, show off the women's division, show off the tag division, like I said. Not only that, but if you look at it from a business point of view as well, you get more chance for advertise, you get more like sponsored matches and stuff over the month, which is good. And people then feel like their subscriptions to Netflix or ESPN or Hulu or wherever people get their pay-per-views in America, they feel like they're getting their money's worth because they're not getting just one pay-per-view, but they're getting 2. And I feel like people won't mind spending that little bit more that they're asking now on more pay-per-views, even though I know that like if they put 2 pay-per-views on in a month, they probably just up at the price of the subscription, which would suck. But, you know, it's kind of making it worth the money, as I feel like would be way better off. And as I said, people get more opportunities to be on pay-per-view, and because you think about it, 4 to 5 matches per brand will be way better off than 4 to 5 matches per both brands. But yeah, do let me know what you think in the comments below. Do let me know if like this idea is crap or not, and why you think it's crap, or do you think it would actually work and would actually improve the product even more than they're doing right now anyway. I am curious to see what people's takes on it, as I feel like it would, I don't know, I feel like this would massively benefit all parties as far as the business goes, as far as the wrestlers go, and as far as fans go. So I feel like there's literally nothing wrong with doing this. And I feel like it really did work. We just got to make sure that we stick to the rosters that we have when they get drafted, because one thing that, you know, is very apparent at this point in the year, or this point just in history of WWE, is that the rosters are very thin if they don't want to start repeating themselves. So a draft is absolutely needed. So why not use the draft to extend the pay-per-view feel, so then we all end up enjoying pay-per-views all the time. So yeah, that is my idea of how the WWE can improve pay-per-views without like having to edit the quality of wrestling, because as I said, the wrestling right now on WWE is very good right now. I've been very much enjoying it, so I don't want that to change. But the feeling towards pay-per-views, I definitely want to change, so then it feels more important every time we're on pay-per-view rather than just the big 4 or the big 6. But yeah, so do let me know in the comments below what you think of the idea. And there's a lot of content coming up as well. There's Stand and Deliver coverage next week, so do stick around for that and by subscribing. There's also the next part of my best match of every WWE PLE, I believe it's 2003 or 2004 next. So do watch out for those, and do go back on the channel and look out for the other ones that are there. As well as a few days ago, I uploaded my next episode of the Retrospective, a kind of documentary style thing where I review an entire year in one video. And yeah, so there's quite a few of those up now, so do check those out as well. But yes, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.